Happy Thanksgiving. We're moving good into the break here. Steelers came off with a nice win. Probably listening to this on Wednesday morning. But I first want to talk about this Jalen Ramsey, Jamar Chase situation. Just a quick conversation starter. You know, you're watching from the live game on TV. You're like, oh, Ramsey just out of nowhere just starts like clocking this dude. I don't even really see like a full punch. He kind of just like grabbed his face mask in like a quick motion and I don't know, put his arm up to his face. It didn't I didn't see no bald fist swinging at him. But then we get after the game, Jalen Ramsey's like, yeah, you spit on me. I don't mess with that, blah, blah, blah. And then Jamar Chase, this is what Jamar Chase said.
Did you spit on him? I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy.
What do you think prompted the reaction from him?
Well, he don't like some of the words I told him. We've been going back and forth the whole time, so I'm sure some got under his skin.
And I don't know if you've seen it's all over social media. There is clear 4K evidence of spit coming out of Jamar Chase's mouth.
There was a lot of spit, I'll tell you
going
that.
at Jalen Ramsey. He's been suspended for a game, as Ramsey got ejected for the rest of that game. So I'd say fair punishment. 2 games. I like that.
It should be 2 for
Don't
telling
worry,
a bold-faced lie.
Chase is appealing it.
He's appealing.
He's not going to get it. He's just appealing it because he can.
Carter, let me tell you something. In a time where there's cameras everywhere, I don't know why he would lie.
Yep.
He knew he was. Look, the way he said guy. The way he said
that
guy. I knew he was lying. Such a liar. And that, honestly, I told you the words. I can't say it on here. I told you before the show even started what I thought about that. Honestly, like when I first saw the play, I'm like, okay, Ramsey, you cannot be doing that. But he wouldn't be reacting that way if something would have happened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that
I think Ramsey can take words. If anything, that just shows you that Jamar Chase can't take words. You know,
this isn't the first time it's happened. Remember when he flipped off Minka? What, a year or 2 ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. He can't control his temper.
Can't take it.
And I low-key think he's gonna end up being a problem. I think he is a problem. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like he's gonna be a contributor to a very toxic locker room.
Speaking of problematic receivers, how about that dude George Pickens down there in Dallas?
I wish the Steelers kept Pickens. He would have been a problem, but the production that man is putting up in Dallas, amazing.
They even sat out the first drive. Word is him and CD were up late at the casinos cooking up.
Hey, that's chemistry. Locker room chemistry right there.
And they came in and cooked up, blew out the Raiders. So
well, you see, the same thing kind of happened with Keon Coleman, but he's
dude who skipped the meeting.
He's a clown. He's such a clown for that. Abdul Carter also got into a little bit of trouble for sleeping in the practice facility. He got set
Chad
up for a
Ochocinco used to live in the Bengals practice facility.
Literally.
He's napping during a meeting or something like that.
Yeah, he fell asleep and missed his meeting. I saw that on the ESPN ticker.
I see. But no more making fun of Jamar Chase. We got, nice win here, 34-12. We'll get into how we're feeling about, certain aspects of the game, certain sides of the ball. But right now, AFC North standings as of Tuesday night, Steelers at 6-4 in first, Ravens 5-5. They got a nice 4-game win streak. Bengals 3-7, and then they got the Browns 2-8. How about that dude Shadur?
Hey, he got his house broken into. Picked off on the field and on the.
Dude got his house broken into.
Yeah, $200,000 worth of stuff stolen.
Oh, nice.
But actually, I kind of wanted to touch on that game a little bit.
Okay.
The Ravens
don't look that good.
They're not a good team.
Yeah.
The Browns aren't a good team. The Steelers.
I heard Lamar's playing a little scared out there.
I think he's still a little hurt.
A little banged up.
Because in that game, it looks like his knee got tweaked and he wasn't mobile in the pocket. That's why Myles Garrett was literally eating up. He had 4 or 5 sacks, I think, that game. So
yeah, he's got 15 sacks in the season.
I think that's something to keep an eye on. With Lamar and the Ravens.
Shadur's stats, I thought it was pretty interesting. 25% completion rate, 47 yards and 1 pick, at a 13.5 rating. That line is terrible, but
I know
he definitely doesn't look better than Dylan Gabriel.
He was given a really let's clean up the language. He was given a really, really, really bad situation.
Agreed.
He inherited a really bad situation. Offensive line can't block a toddler if they wanted to. It didn't look good, but there was a few throws that kind of.
There was the one I saw to Fannin.
Yeah, the Fannin.
And that was it.
That was a really good throw. He kind of put it together at the end there, but
one of his
he couldn't
16. One of his 16 throws.
he couldn't get anything together. I mean,
No.
honestly, I
Maybe
hope
with a full week of like practice with first team reps, maybe he's pretty decent.
he's never had first team reps,
Yeah.
so I can see why it was like that. But I don't know. There were some questionable throws he made, and there was also some pretty good throws he made, which was a little rare. But
Yeah, 4 for 16 is a little rough.
yeah, hopefully he puts it together. I mean, I'm glad the guy got in, but good God, he definitely got his welcome to the NFL moment. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. Now we're going to get some key takeaways from the Steelers and Bengals game. But Amir's got something. What do you got here?
So, for the offense, I'm not going to lie. What was scaring me was the third down. The Steelers, they weren't bad on third down this game. I mean, they could have, converted a little bit more, but they went 7 for 13 on third downs this game. And I really thought that was a huge improvement from what we saw previously, especially in the game against the Chargers. Mason Rudolph, obviously he came in for the injured Aaron Rodgers. He converted on a long third down, I believe, which was something this team has lacked. So I thought that was a really good thing on Rudolph's part.
Rudolph's average depth of target, 2.5 yards.
Huh. That's crazy. But it's okay. Literally, Aaron Rodgers, all of his passes were literally check downs. So
Yeah, I mean, one thing I saw, this is one of my takeaways, is Rudolph didn't look bad out there. He looked poised. He's just taking what was there. A lot of what Rodgers does whenever the Steelers offense gets into bad situations like that, sack, safety, and more. So he's trying too hard. He's trying to make some big play to happen. And I think what I'm hearing now is, he's got that that small fracture in his left wrist, and he's like, I'm playing against the Bears.
He should not play.
He wants to play because he wants to go and cook the Bears.
He wants to be the owner.
He wants to go play some hero ball. You just need a guy that's going to go out there, go through the progressions, and dump it, know?
And honestly, another thing about Rudolph, there's one thing that he has that Rodgers doesn't, and that's his legs. When Rodgers runs, it looks like he's skedaddling around,
Yeah.
but when
I think
Rudolph
it's more of what Rudolph has is just like
a little bit of mobility.
a frame,
yeah.
and won't get dinged up as much just because he's younger and bigger. That's mostly what I think he offers. And I just think he doesn't his head isn't too big. He's been a backup QB for most of his career. He started a little bit down in Tennessee last year. But no, I don't think he has that ego on him where he's like, if we're going to make plays, it's got to be on me. I think that's what Rodgers
You
plays
heard he got
with.
the ovation.
Yeah, he can't.
Stadium
I
went
heard
crazy.
that. I heard the clapping, the
honestly,
cheering.
well deserved.
Rudolph's the dude. I mean, he came in and sealed it up. 12 for 16, 127 and a tutty.
But kind of
Not
going
bad.
on a more negative.
Two
kind of-
drives. Two touchdown and field goal.
Hey. And the
Good
thing
moves.
is, the defense kept the offense off the field.
Uh-huh.
Now, going towards the offense, here's a little bit of a negative thing that I kind of saw. The passing game is in shambles. The passing game
Unless you get to that dude, Darnell Washington, man.
the passing
That
game
dude's a demon.
looks so inefficient right now. I don't.
Yeah, leading receivers, Kenneth Gainwell and Darnell Washington.
That should not happen when you have DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
But I feel like now that I think about it, maybe the Steelers should have made a move at the deadline. Maybe they should have, or at least Arthur Smith needs to scheme something better, scheme better routes.
I think that's mostly what it comes down to
Yeah.
is Smith isn't the best with scheming with multiple talented receivers. That could have been one of the main reasons
give him
they
a
wanted
tight
to
end
get
and
rid
he'll
of.
scheme him like crazy.
Maybe that's one of the reasons they want to get rid of George Pickens out there, and he's down here second in the league in receiving yards. That'd be a pretty nice asset to have right now. But another takeaway that I saw was I saw a lot more Roman Wilson than Calvin Austin.
And I think you mentioned that in the episode last week or the week before. You said, I want to see more Roman Wilson and less Calvin Austin.
After Calvin Austin made that drop, I was like, if he can't catch it when it matters, he's not big. He won't he's not as good as a blocker as Roman Wilson. You might as well ship him out there, whatever. Now Calvin Austin's back on punt returns. Yeah, I'm cool with Wilson out there. He had a catch for 17 yards. Austin was 1 for
A
5.
big catch at that.
Yeah. I was say I want to see more involvement in the pass game. Let's see if we have time for it. I know this Bears defense isn't anything special, so open it up.
Let's not get
I'll
ahead
tell
of
you what.
ourselves here.
Obviously, yes, but you get Rudolph out there. What do you remember from the end of 2023? My boy can sling it.
He can, but
GP went crazy.
he did. But
Yeah.
kind of staying on the offense, or just one more kind of takeaway here. 187 total yards between the 3 running backs. I loved it. I love this. I like this little running back by
I
committee.
like my
thing.
boy Caleb Johnson.
Hey,
He's looking good.
He got a. I
He's
love how.
moving.
Do you see how he runs? He's holding on to that ball with dear
Yeah.
life. I love it. I like how they're getting everybody kind of mixed in there. I really think that's a good kind of thing to have. But I feel like
And Warren
You know,
got dinged up a little bit
I
towards
think
the
it's
end
knee,
too.
but he was out
Knee
for
and
a little
ankle.
bit. But what I really like to see, I love seeing that run game kind of blossom. I like seeing it. I like seeing the running backs used in general. They're used more than the receivers in the passing game, which I feel like shouldn't happen, but it does. But offensive line was a little. They were okay. They were a little shaky at times, but I thought they were okay. Siamalu coming back was huge, really huge, especially when they're pulling. I like the way they put the guards in motion on those like outside run plays. I really think that's huge, especially like when they're in a jumbo set and things like that. So I like what I'm seeing from the run game, but pass game not so much.
And this is a game where the Steelers actually outgained the opponent. One of the top 5 offenses in the league in the past few weeks with Flacco and his 2 receivers.
Yeah, it's separated shoulder.
And Steelers outgained them. Defense actually showed up. I started them on fantasy, got a nice 22 points.
Me too.
Yeah. What you know about James Pierre?
Yep, James Pierre.
My guy.
You mean
Pierre-
the best defensive player on the
You
Steelers
mean
right now?
Pierre Island, man? Yeah,
Oh,
whenever
man.
he made that pass breakup on that deep band-to-man ball
Yep.
to Chase, I was like, oh, yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
he's here.
I don't know what they put in his Gatorade
His
bottle,
Kool-Aid,
but
man, yeah.
he's looking nice. He's looking good. I feel like he was probably one
Curious if Samuel's going to even be needed,
Well, I mean,
I think he'd be a good 4
the
option.
depth wouldn't hurt, but hey, what do you know about my guy Kyle Duggar?
Hey,
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that fast.
He was out.
Taking off.
Look, he almost had 2 pick sixes because if he would have caught that first pass that Flacco threw at him, he'd have been gone. But there's one thing, I feel like they're letting Duggar a little bit more play. I think free safety. I think they're letting him play. So on that
His pick was he was lower down in the box.
yeah,
so
and I saw in the press conference said that he was like the free man on that play. So I was like,
he can do whatever.
okay, yeah. And I think when I looked
just
back
had
at that play, he did real nice at tracking the ball. Flacco threw it right to him.
Yep. Flacco getting a bunch of pressure. He was like, oh, we'll just chuck it there.
Mhm.
Calling them slant routes like they did the last time.
Slant ball.
How about now? Yeah.
But
Wasn't a close game like last time, right?
yeah, but there's also a few things on defense. I mean, they're obviously getting better, but there's still a few things that need to be cleaned up. Like, I don't understand why we keep putting these outside linebackers in coverage situations. Like, Jack Sawyer should not have been on T. Higgins.
Yeah.
That is such a mismatch, and I understand why that was a
It's that
touchdown.
zone
but
scheme.
I'm not going to lie. On that play, there was definitely a hold on Cam Hayward.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to – actually, you know what? This
The
isn't
only
really a
life
takeaway,
out of the
but-
offense, I'd say, is from Chase Brown with his like 99 yards rushing.
Hey, Chase Brown's a dog. I mean, I like what I see from him, but sit down. He got
Yeah.
got
That
Steelers
D line,
defense.
they're playing a little bit of sketchy O line. They're not getting as much push as I'd expect out of them.
Well, that's actually one of my takeaways. Also, I think the defensive line and pass rush needs to step it up. The secondary stepped it up when they needed to. The line has to. And,
Agreed.
but there's also kind
Imagine a game where they're both like playing as good as they can.
this defense will be number one.
Yep.
But there's one thing. Yaya Black. I saw some pretty good things out of him.
I
I
heard
think
he's been putting a couple good
they need
games
to keep
together
playing
out
him.
here. Yeah.
I feel like once Mr. Hayward retires with him and Harmon, I think the defensive line might be
Yeah,
all right.
Ben's been cooking a little bit too.
Honestly, I feel like there's something about those Wisconsin Badgers in the defensive line because they're all just.
Herbig's that guy right now. He's
Oh
leading
my
the team
God.
in sacks.
Speaking of
They're moving
Herbig,
around.
the way he just gets around the edge, like I saw a
Got that
stat.
bend.
Yeah, he created like 7 yards of separation between the offensive linemen. That's something this team needs. You know, being able to create separation like that on the line. I mean, obviously Watt's getting double teamed most of the time, but I think he's gonna have like. Remember when Bud Dupree had that huge season, kind of complimentary like Watt?
Yeah.
I feel like that's basically what we're seeing again this year.
but he's cheap.
That's true. That's what the
Yeah.
Steelers love.
Cheap football. Yep. That's one of the reasons they got rid of GP. Money and behavioral problems. What you know about the Christmas game? Anyways, some critiques from me. I think we got to focus more on the run game,
Yeah.
particularly Jalen Warren. I'm not too big of a fan of Gainwell getting the ball, especially under center. I think your two under center backs should be Warren and Caleb Johnson. I think whenever Caleb Johnson gets like a full head of steam, he gets moving.
Mhm.
I kind of saw that in
got
college
some
as
speed.
well. Yeah, he's bulky, or not as bulky as Warren, but he's got that like thick, long, slender build. You know, he can move. Once he gets that steam going, he moves pretty fast. But I think he's starting to come along, and Warren might be a little questionable for this next game. I heard he exited out the game a little bit early in this previous game, so we might be relying on some Gainwell and Johnson here shortly.
Honestly, I'm gonna combat that Gainwell take. I like when they use Gainwell, but they can't force him the ball.
Yeah, so
Like-
I'm cool with Gainwell at a
Yeah.
shotgun and like third down.
Mhm.
Obviously, 7
But
for 81, 2 touchdowns.
they-
I'm
they
not a
just
big
can't-
fan at a single back.
Yeah, I can kind of agree there, but sometimes I feel like they just force him the ball too much. I said this last week.
If you're gonna force anyone the ball, it should be Jalen Warren.
I agree, but he's a game wrecker. So is Darnell Washington. That
Yeah, Pete, they're hard to tackle.
one more thing for at least an offensive critique. I feel like your most targeted guy should be Darnell if this passing game isn't effective. Because if you have a guy like that,
Get some rack,
yeah, especially with that stiff arm truck, and I don't know what kind of play that was, but that was great.
Yeah, and then we got our one question here. What's your thoughts on how are you feeling about A-Rod and Rudolph, with their performances, and do you have any are you leaning one way, leaning the other? What are you thinking about?
Start Rudolph this week. I mean,
Especially with Rodgers with a broken wrist.
he's old. His bones are a little bit
If
more
he gets hit
brittler.
again,
Yeah.
it could get broken even worse to where he
And-
needs surgery.
And I said this earlier in the season. If the Steelers want to have success, they have to protect Rodgers, which they
Mhm.
failed to do, and he got hurt.
Yep.
So I feel like Rudolph has the capability, and he's a veteran. He knows what's going on. He's been in the league for 8 years.
Mhm.
He knows what's going on. So I trust him.
Yeah,
He just needs to execute and not play scared like he used to.
when he was younger.
Remember when he
yeah.
got that big Ravens hit? They had to
Yeah,
take his
he-
face mask off. Looked goofy.
Duck
But-
came in.
yeah, Duck came in, but
Juju fumbled in OT. Anyways.
why would you? I was having a good day. I was having a good day today. But
Yep.
yeah, just he needs to be poised, calm, cool, and collected, and
he's
I think
got
they'll be
that.
good. Yeah, they'll
He's
be
chilling.
good.
I saw that last game.
We're
You're
far.
gonna-
I don't know. There's something about Mason Rudolph. I love that guy. man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love for Rodgers to go into Soldier Field and just like carve up the Bears for one last time, but I don't know if I can trust this O-line to prevent him from breaking his wrist
See,
even more.
Here's
so.
the thing: the O line,
They're not
they're
terrible.
not bad, but they're just inconsistent. I
Yeah.
would say, and also,
And it doesn't help that Rodgers is trying to buy. That's the longest he's held a ball in a game
Mhm.
on average, 3.4 seconds.
And he can't keep running around
Yeah.
skedaddling in the backfield like that. That's not
Mhm.
going to go anywhere. It's going to stall
like
drives
that one
out.
time where he like scrambled out, like pump faked it, and then took the sack.
Yeah.
Bro, just throw that away, man.
Well, see, and I see a lot of things about Will Howard too. Like,
Oh no.
no,
I was about to just make a random episode just to tell people
Really?
to chill out.
See, I don't.
Everyone's
think-
like, yeah, we should just like he the next franchise QB, blah blah blah.
see, hold the horses on
It's
that.
6th round for a reason,
I don't think that he'll be anything crazy, but obviously it's the NFL. Anything can happen. But I didn't think Will Howard would have get drafted in the 6th round. I feel like he.
I thought he went in like 4th
Me
or
too.
something like that.
So honestly, I think it was a good pick for the value,
Mhm.
but we didn't get to see him in a preseason. But it would be
and
interesting to
most,
see him
most
play.
people arguments are like, oh, he won a natty, blah blah blah.
Okay.
You know how many like natty winning quarterbacks have been in the NFL and haven't done squat?
Yeah, that's such an invalid point to make. But
Yeah.
it's just gonna be interesting.
Look at
to see what he
Justin
can do.
Fields. He was on successful Ohio State team. What's our last good Ohio State quarterback? C.J. Stroud. He's been kind of pooping it up this year.
Honestly, he kind of went into that slump, but
Yeah.
and plus he's hurt. Hey, fun fact: I started Davis Mills in fantasy this week over Bo Nix, and that was a great decision.
Great decision. I started Herbert. He got me 3 points. I still won anyways. So
Oh God, Carter, I'm sorry. The fact that the Jaguars did what they did to the Chargers after we got done by the Chargers, that infuriated me.
That's honestly how this year's been. It's just in like week by week. Honestly, I don't even know what the best team in the league is this year.
It's obvious. The Broncos may be 9-2, but they definitely don't play 9-2 football.
No.
The Patriots, they're looking.
It might be the Patriots, honestly.
The Patriots are looking okay, but once again, Steelers beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that game they should have.
Yeah,
beaten
AFC,
them,
I think it's Patriots. NFC,
definitely not the Birds.
maybe the Rams. I don't know.
No, I think it'd go. I would go
maybe
with the Rams.
Eagles.
Not the Eagles. I'm sorry, the Eagles are not good.
Yeah. Panthers are getting a little interesting here. Buccaneers 6-4, Panthers 6-5.
You know, here's my thing.
I'm not rooting for the Panthers, but it's nice to see like a slept-on team like actually starting to make
Bryce Young
some moves.
played against the Falcons every single game of the season.
He'd be a dog.
MVP.
I like Rico Dowdle's going a little crazy over there.
I regret dropping him in fantasy.
Oh.
I drafted him, dropped him. I was like, nope.
Ted McMillan finally made some points,
Yeah,
man.
he's
Breakout
nice.
games on my team.
Hey, Leggett got a tutty too.
Leggett, he's slowly coming on. I heard he's been a little rough this year, but he's had a couple good games here recently, so maybe it's coming through. But I think the Panthers is like a cool like underdog team.
Honestly, I didn't expect it. I thought they were gonna be.
Oh,
abysmal.
me too. Based off how they started off pretty bad. But they're slinking games together. They're
Who's
only
their head coach?
Dave Canales from Tampa Bay, I believe.
Gotcha.
But no, yeah, Tampa Bay leads the division 6-4. Panthers right behind them 6-5.
That division's always hot
Close.
water.
They're
bro.
always
It's-
close.
It's
yeah.
just bad. It's not a good division. Kind of like
Well,
the
it's
AFC
like-
South.
I mean, the Buccaneers aren't a bad team, and I guess the Panthers aren't either. So they're just always. I mean, it looks like the AFC North right now. Honestly,
I'm not gonna lie. This is like an anomaly year for the AFC North.
and I guess there's a track for the Dolphins to make the playoffs.
What?
Yeah, their schedule's pretty easy coming up here.
Yeah, make sense.
Tua, he's going crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
They definitely should move on from him. though.
Did you see that game, the Madrid game? Any part of it?
Madrid game.
No, it was Madrid. It was the 9:30 game.
Oh yeah, that horrible game. I heard it was bad.
Dude, it was. I caught the end of it. I'm like, what is this?
So you get for watching Marcus Mariota play football.
I'm not gonna lie. The fall from grace Marcus Mariota had was a little.
I don't know if he was ever like.
Well,
He was serviceable for a
his
little
first
bit in
2
Tennessee,
years, but still,
and then he started falling off a cliff. I don't think he could process as fast.
that draft
enough,
class is
honestly.
kind of him and Jameis. Now that's
Hey, Jameis, eat those W's and them crab legs, man. Hey, he almost was in there with the Packers, and then
Honestly,
he threw a pick to lose the game.
I don't understand how the Steelers lost to the Packers. I really. Carter, this team this year is really bipolar. Like,
NFL's been bipolar this year. Packers lost to the
true.
Browns.
but we struggle. The Steelers struggle to put up points. Struggle to
Yeah, I
maintain
tell you
a
what.
lead.
Nah, let me wait later.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. Hot takes. I'm starting mine off because I was literally just about to say mine. When Mason Rudolph starts this week against the Bears, you're gonna see this Steelers offense. They're gonna be in full swing. They're gonna be in unison. No hero ball being played by anybody. Rudolph, catch, hike, look around,
Yeah, more like
throw.
3 and out.
Did they have a 3 and out at all when Rudolph was in?
No, but you know how the Steelers start games. I mean, I don't
Hey,
mind.
they scored a touchdown first drive last game with Rodgers.
That's true. But my only thing is to kind of talk about that is it could happen, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the Steelers, they get themselves in a ruts. Like if they get an early penalty, the drive's already over. That's just how it is. But I feel like if the Steelers
Like
play,
Rudolph just stays in the play though. He doesn't like try to
Yeah.
make anything crazy happen, which could be beneficial because this team's terrible on first down,
I don't understand.
especially
I
when they
don't
pass
understand
it. The dude Rogers either gets sacked or he just something bad
Airs it
happens.
out.
With Rudolph, I feel like he's quick and he's just trying to I want to get rid of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Get away from me. And I'd rather take a check down than a throwaway.
Me too.
Then we can get into 2nd and 7. And it's like, okay, we can run here and get into 3rd down territory. And we can, call
Check
something
it to
creative.
Darnell. Check it to Darnell.
Yeah, whatever. Get them on a drag route. Screw it,
Insane.
What do you got?
But next man up. That's the mentality I think will kind of lead this team to not having a losing season and kind of.
That's how it's
keeping
been on the
everything together.
defensive side of the ball.
Exactly. That was the point I was going to make. The Steelers cut Thornhill, bring in Asante Samuel, bring in Kyle Duggar. That's just been the mentality of this team, and I feel like
Who's your next man up then?
Mason Rudolph.
Oh,
Mason
yeah.
Rudolph's the next man up. If Rodgers is sidelined for a decent amount of time, then Rudolph's going to be the man to take the keys and drive us on to the
Go into Soldier.
playoffs.
Cook it up, man.
But yeah, that's just kind of what I'm seeing here. With Warren potentially being hurt, you never know. Caleb Johnson can also be that next man up.
Mhm.
You see more extended reps of him. So I feel like that's kind of the mentality that we will be probably seeing a little bit more with this team, and it's been like that the whole season.
But yeah, I'm hoping to see. I'm kind of pulling for Rodgers to not play. I'm assuming that's going to come out closer to the game, Friday or Saturday.
If the Steelers are smart, they would sit Rodgers. I get he wants to play. I get he's a competitor, but
Bears, yeah,
you can't risk his
the whole season.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I'm gonna put an episode out Saturday. I'm gonna record Saturday night. I'll put up Sunday morning. We've had some episodes, pull some nice views whenever I do that.
Yeah.
It's interesting. People just want to get that info in right before the game. But yeah, I only work till 5:30 on Saturday, so that'll be good.
got at the good old Cranberry Cinema.
You know it. Wicked coming out,
Oh,
ready to
yeah,
get destroyed, man.
At least it's not the Minecraft movie.
Wicked
again.
and Zootopia, oh, dude. Yeah, I guess so. Minecraft, them dudes are just trash in the theater
Idiots.
for a garbage movie. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. You'll be hearing me on Sunday morning, unless I choose otherwise. Have a nice night, or
See you guys.
rest of your day.